Miami Dolphins syndicate. Tua is out. News just broke. Tua is going to be out for the game against Buffalo Bills on Sunday. Reports looking like Skylar Thompson is going to get the start again. Teddy Bridgewater. So kind of conflicting reports that it looks like Skylar is currently in the lead to get the starting job for this weekend. However, it's possible that Teddy could get it. If the Teddy has no setbacks, he could be in line to start. So that's something that's still up in the air. But one thing we do know is that Tua is out. And here we are. Third playoff appearance in my lifetime. I was a little bit excited. Thought Tua being back would, make a little bit of a difference. I expected him to be back. I went on my YouTube channel, my personal YouTube channel, JK Productions, and said in a power ranking list of all the playoff teams, I think the Dolphins are probably about ninth in terms of all playoff teams because they're going to be getting Tua back. What's up, Donovan? Here at school, in the studio. I thought with Tua being back, it would make somewhat of a difference, and we would have at least a chance on Sunday against Buffalo because we saw, obviously, we beat the Bills week 3, incredible game, and then just a few weeks ago up in Buffalo, really controlled the game and was the better team for the majority of the game, and then just Josh Allen's a freak of an athlete and ends up winning the game. So with Tua being back, I assume that things could be a little bit better, that things were going to maybe be a closer game than a lot of people will imagine, especially with the game we saw on Sunday, the pathetic game that was the Dolphins versus the Jets. That game was horrible with Skylar Thompson. And now with Tua potentially being back before this news broke, I was like, okay, you know what, maybe things are a little bit better. Yeah, losing by 50, probably. Maybe things are a little bit better. Tua coming back, and he's going to be able to connect better with Waddle and Hill. Waddle and Hill had a very quiet game. I think Tyreek only had 3 catches. Waddle, I think, only had 4 or 5 catches. They didn't combine for even 100 yards together. It was a very slow game. We all watched it. It was a very bad game. I was there. It was a very unentertaining, very weak game, and a lot of it is because of the limitations that Skylar Thompson has at quarterback. With Tua coming back, or presumed to come back, I thought things would be a little bit better. The connection with Tyreek would be there. The connection with Jalen Waddle would be there. The offense would flow and is going to be as it should be. Should run as it should. Skylar Thompson is more of a gunslinger, like you just said. Like Micah Hyde back too. Yeah, just so it's man. I wanted to have hope. I wanted to feel like we could do it. I wanted to feel like we could have an upset. I wanted to feel like maybe this is the time it happens. Miami Dolphins upset Buffalo Bills first round of the playoffs. Now it makes me kind of wish we just lost on Sunday and the Steelers would be in, because the Steelers are looking legit. The Steelers have looked really good over the last month and a half of the season, and they deserve it more than we do. Kenny Pickett's looked better. The defense is great. Mike Tomlin, experienced head coach. I kind of wish the Steelers made it just to have it be an entertaining game at this point. It's just so sad to see the drop-off. Sorry, I'm scratching my hand there. The drop-off now from Tua to Skylar. Yeah, I have abandoned all hope. Oddly enough, I have more hope than I had going to that Jets game, because the Jets game I had absolutely no hope. But I finally saw us win a game again, which is unreal. Hey, we won a game. Hey, believe it or not, we won a game. But yeah, Tua being out, that's fate sealed. I think Tua's going to be here another year. I think he's going to be given next season to try to put something together to make himself look good. Because the way he's ended this season, poor performances, played poorly, didn't have a great game. 3 playoff games we've seen, 2 back. Yeah. What was I saying? Played poorly most of the game against San Francisco. Had a very bad game against the Chargers. Played decent against the Bills. We saw what happened against Green Bay. Didn't get to play against the Patriots. Didn't get to play last week. But I do think it's cool seeing Tua in the Pro Bowl. Yeah, that's not happening. I don't know whether it's the right idea or not, but I do think he's going to be given another opportunity. I mean, Can the dude just grow 3 inches, please, and gain like 25 pounds? I'd feel so much better about him. Like, that would solve so many of my issues with him if he just got bigger and taller. Because he's not getting taller, he's not getting bigger, he's going to continue to be thrown around like a rag doll. And on top of his already limited skill set, he is so incredibly limited in this tiny, minute box. And I don't think that's the right way to win football games when you rely on your quarterback to win such a specific type of way. Herbert, Mahomes, Burrow, all these new quarterbacks can make these plays, these athletic, wonderful plays. And Tua just isn't able to do that. And he keeps getting injured. Eventually, that's just who he is. He's a small, unathletic quarterback who's injury prone and is going to continue to cost us games because of those. He's not going to be able to lift us up and win us. We have to play the AFC West next year. We have to play against Kansas City, against the Chargers. I think the Broncos are going to be better. We also have to play the NFC East. We have to play the Cowboys, the Eagles, the Giants, who had a head coach I wish we had. The league holding on, the doctors just, I don't know. I don't know what the issue is, but either way, he's out. I mean, he has been able to practice, so I do think the league probably stepped in and said something like, "Hey, look, this dude, we don't want this dude dying on the field." Well, there goes that. Hopefully, the Miami Heat can turn things around a little bit. Personal note: Manchester United doing pretty good. That's fun to see. Manchester United is the one team that's like, okay, come on, they've won like 9 games in a row or something. Miami Dolphins at one point 8-3. Here we are in the playoffs. Made the playoffs third time in my lifetime. Third time that I'm able to watch football. We made it in 2001. I was 1 year old. Miami Dolphins finally make the playoffs again, and Tua is going to be done. Oh, well. Oh, well. It's going to be fun to watch the playoffs outside of our game. I can't wait to watch the game on Saturday. Jags and Chargers. Wish we could have went up to that Chargers-Jaguars game because that's going to be fun to watch. 2 bright quarterbacks, very similar quarterbacks. And both are, I think it's going to be a fireworks show. Hopefully Mike Williams can play for the Chargers. Because I would love to see the I don't know why I said it like that, but I would love to see the Jaguars upset the Chargers. Is it still considered an upset? I don't know. The rest of the playoff, there's a bunch of good playoff matchups. Like, I think the Giants are going to upset the Vikings. I think the Jaguars are going to win. The 49ers, I can't wait till the 49ers and the Eagles meet, assuming they meet. The AFC, anything can happen in the AFC. There's 3 teams punching their way to the top. I would hope Lamar can play. It doesn't look like Lamar can play, but between the Bengals, the Chiefs, and the Bills, it's going to be a fight. Obviously, it's not going to be the fight with the Dolphins. Tua, out. Jacob, bummed. Dolphins fans, sad, depressed. Thank you all for tuning in. Just want to get this quickly. Here on school, just got out of class. Just got out of my sports broadcasting class. Should be a very fun class. I'm really excited to take this semester. Be commentating FIU, FAU tonight, Miami, down in Miami. So I'm going on a road trip. Thank you all for tuning in. This is a little live. Let's go now. Let's go be very sad together.